Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial. Today I will guide you through the process of creating Flash USDT on the BNB Smart Chain network. So before we get started, make sure you deposit at least 0.5 BNB in your wallet because we'll be using this BNB as liquidity to manipulate the USDT balance. Alright, let us get started. Firstly, head over to your browser and search Remix Ethereum IDE. Once you are on Remix Ethereum IDE, head over to the upper left corner and you click on Create a new file. You can give this file any name of your choice, but in my case, I'm gonna name it Flash USDT. And press Enter. Oh, we just created a new file. So I will pass the smart contract code here. Once you pass the smart contract code, you are going to receive this warning, which is normal in Remix. So you just click on Close. As you can see, this is the smart contract code. The next thing you want to do is head over to Solidity compiler. Make sure you set the Solidity compiler to this version. As you can see, it is on 0.8.20 and the Solidity version is 0.8.20. Make sure it should match the Solidity version here. So you click on compile. As you can see, we just compiled the file. The next is to head over to deploy and run transaction. Okay, now we're on deploy and run transaction. Head over to the environment and connect your MetaMask. Yes, as you can see, you select injected provider, which is MetaMask. You select here injected provider. You wait for it to load. As you can see, you just click on connect. Okay, as you can see, once you connect, you are going to see your MetaMask balance here. The BNB balance is going to reflect here, right here. So the next thing you want to do is head over to this deploy. You click on this drop down. Okay, now you are going to pass our USDT contract address here. The contract address, USDT contract address. To get the USDT contract address, head over to MetaMask. You have to head over to MetaMask. Once you're on MetaMask, you click on the USDT. You scroll down a little bit. You are going to see contract address. Contract address. You just copy this contract address. Okay, now as you copy this contract address, come and pass the contract address in this field. Once you pass the contract address, yeah. As you can see, we have just passed the contract address here. Now, the next is the flash amount. So any amount of you should type any amount of USDT you want. If you want to create 5 million flash USDT, make sure you type 5 million flash USDT here. And if you want to create 7 million, you type 7 million. If you want to create 50 million, you type 50 million. So in my case, I will type uh, 35 million. So I've typed 35 million and click transact. As you can see, spending. Now you click on confirm. Is pending. The transaction is still pending. You have to wait a little bit for the transaction to complete. Pending. And now what? The transaction is completed. So as you can see, we just deployed the smart contract. Now what we have to do is head over to the deployed contract here. We just deployed the contract. Now copy your contract address. The contract address is just created. Make sure you copy the contract address you just created, like here. Head over to your MetaMask. Head over to your MetaMask and click on send. Head over to your MetaMask and send the liquidity. Now make sure you send 0.4. Make sure you send 0.4 BNB to the contract address. As you can see, the transaction is pending. Now it's completed. Now that the transaction is completed, we have to come here to check if we will receive. Now, as you can see, the 0.4 have just reflected here. So what we want to do now is to come over here to click on this action, mint action. You have to come here and click on mint action. Come over here. It's still pending. You click on mint action. As you can see, you confirm the transaction. Now the transaction is completed. Let us check. It's not completed, sorry. The transaction is still pending. You are going to wait for it to complete. Yeah. As you can see, the transaction is completed. No, it's not completed, sorry. The transaction is, as you can see, yeah, the transaction is completed. Let us refresh our USDT balance. As you can see, we just received 35 million USDT. As you can see, we just received 35 million USDT. Let me show you something. It is not a decimal change, because in my other video, people said it is decimal change. No, the decimal is still 18. It's 18 decimal, and it is not a decimal change. It is flash USDT. So if you need this code, you just contact me with the data below this video. One thing is, once you deploy, you are still going to have your BNB here, your 0.4 BNB at this balance until you start transferring out the flash. If you start transferring the flash out of your wallet, if you transfer any amount, the BNB balance is going to reduce in this field. If you transfer 1,000 out of your wallet, it's also going to reduce the BNB balance in your remix. So if you need this code, just DM me with the data below this video. Thanks for watching the video.